We are less than a month away for this baby about to pop out. And we don't have a name yet. We are struggling.
Okay. Kind of.
Struggling. So we need your help. Today, we are going to go through some of the names that Roxy likes, that I like, Yasmin likes. If there's some commonality, if we can get some type of unity in boy or girl names, and then we're gonna turn to you. Who knows? Maybe the name that you give us will be the one that lands.
Like the tiebreaker.
Before we jump in, like, share, subscribe. The only way for this page to grow is by you sharing this content.
And engaging with us.
Engaging, telling your friends about it. So here we go. There's a board game or a game that you used to play, or I used to play as a kid, where you have to say a topic or say a name, and if everybody else in the game also has it, then they check it off. The idea of the game was to be unique. So you would start, I think, with the alphabet, and you would start with A, and maybe the topic is animals.
Talking about general knowledge.
Is that the game?
Yes.
Everyone
has to choose a letter, then there has to be categories. Girls' names, boys' names, cities' names, blah, blah, blah.
And you try to be
knowledge.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, no.
How do you even play games like that? Sure.
I'm not from the jungle.
General, no, I never knew that. Okay, no. But yeah. And then you try to be unique, right?
Slayed that game.
And you try to be the one that does that nobody else has.
Yes.
General knowledge. You learn something new every day.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
you wanted
I want to do
this to be almost like a sort of process of elimination.
Right.
Similar to general knowledge.
Because
that makes sense.
Yeah, because ideally, we've been struggling with having the same taste in names. So I feel like I picked 10 boys and 10 girl names. Roxy did the same. Yasmin did the same.
I think she may have narrowed it down to 5. Seems a bit much.
But so I want to do that and then come down to a finalist list.
And finals would be top
3
of each.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that would be, if we're having an issue, maybe 5, but ideally 3. And then suggestions from them.
Because I think the reason we need 10 of each is because of how vast our preferences are.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have said 5 is fine for each. But anyways, why do you think it's such a difficult or challenging topic for us to agree on? Besides taste preference. I know why I disagree with some of them.
I don't know, because I have some dope names.
You have really dope names?
But you because it has to have like some deep biblical type of like strong meaning, when it's like, I just want it to be a dope name. My baby's going to create the meaning. You feel me?
Oh my gosh. Well, it can't be dope if you just sucked it out of thin air. There has to be some kind of meaning.
It sounds amazing, and it just got a little ring to it.
Okay. That's fine. That's all good and well. But aside from the desire that I have for the name to hold some kind of weight prior to us gifting the baby with this name, and yes, the baby does develop its own personality and sort of grow into a name, but a name can also be something really strong.
Yeah, I do like strong names, but I also like very ethnically ambiguous names. And I also like names that don't fit the profile. For example, my name, Nikolai. Nikolai is very Russian. It's like Nick. So I don't look like a Nikolai. When people look at me and they're like, Nikolai, like, are you Russian? Were your father Russian? They're very perplexed when they were
there, though.
But I'm not there, though.
I know. So then I think you would strive to have a non-American, traditional American name. It's cool to have it be ethnically ambiguous, but there's also so many names that are recycled over and over again, And that's what I'm trying to steer clear of. I love ethnically ambiguous names, but I also feel like so many people, their names are copied and pasted, because for a lot of the names that you like the sound of, I know people, multiple people with the same names.
You know too many people.
And I don't like, I love my people, and some of them would be friends, family, and others would just be like acquaintances or people that maybe I went to school with. But then you have the memory of that person, and it's like, no, you don't want to name your child that. That's just like, because it's the first thing that you think of when you're naming your child. Just like when it has some deeper meaning, like, oh, it's your grandfather's name, and it's like a tribute to your grandfather, then you also, a part of you's thinking of your grandfather.
Okay.
So
you see the dilemma?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Okay. Let's go.
I'll have to do like, maybe I'll put the names up on the screen so that we can put it alongside each other.
Okay. How about alternate? I'll say one. If it's on your list, we'll put it down.
Okay. You're going to write it down?
Yeah.
Boys first.
Yeah, we'll go boys first. The first one on my list is Asher.
No. It's not on my list.
That's such a nice name.
It's a cool name, but it's my friend's nickname because her name's Ashley Herman.
But that's,
so everyone calls her Asher.
This is a boy's name, Asher.
Okay, I think of Ashley though. Are you 100% sold on the baby has to have a second name, a middle name? Because I'm not. It's not a make or break.
For the boy, yes. I'm going to follow tradition. It's going to have...
Okay.
It's going to be...
my maiden name as the second name.
Yeah.
Asher KALIE ROWE.
Yeah, that sounds good, actually.
What does Asher mean?
I don't know, but it sounds amazing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Asher KALIE ROWE. Hey! Asher.
How would you spell it?
He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown! Asher ROWE again. Okay, so I gotta know.
It sounds nice. You would spell it ASSHER?
Just one S.
Oh, okay. Do I go now?
Yep.
Alexander. Defending men or helper of mankind. Alexander
the Great.
Alexander. I like it. You have it on your list or no?
I don't have it on my list.
Alexander.
That's
pretty ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah.
It's a strong name.
Alexander.
Okay.
But you know everybody's going to call him Alex.
Or Xander.
Well, that leads to my next name. Xander with an X.
I do like that.
XANDER.
I do like Xander.
I think it's strong, very unique. I've never known another Xander before. Oh, actually, I did. I did know a Xander in college, with a Z.
That's funny because like Xander, I didn't put Xander on my list. I put Xavier with an X. And the difference though is that we would call him Xavier, and American pronunciation would more than likely be XAVIER, or is that just like a select few people who pronounce the X?
I think Xander and Xavier are two different names.
They are, but they're similar. So if you had Xavier on your list, would you pronounce it Xavier or XAVIER?
Xavier.
Okay.
I'm going to put it a maybe. Maybe we can go back to the...
And I would like to know what the meaning of Xander is because I don't know.
Xander of the people.
Yeah, no. Everything of the people, for the people. The
Nikolai is victory of the people.
I know. Okay. I have AMAARI, spelled AMAARI.
Amari Cooper?
The name means having great strength or being a builder.
A builder of what? Legos?
Booty man. AMAARI.
AMAARI. It's a nice name. AMAARI KALIE ROWE.
AMAARI ROWE.
Nah. I don't love it. Xander KALIE ROWE. It's got a nice jingle to it. Xander KALIE. Up to bat, number 11, Xander ROWE.
What is that? What game is this? What sport is it?
Just putting it, sports. Baseball, football. Noah.
I do like Noah. Spelled with an H or without?
Noah. See, my wife likes biblical names, so I had to try to dive into the Bible and research some.
Oh, so you opened the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just went down the list.
Noah KALIE ROWE.
It doesn't sound as good.
Noah ROWE.
Noah
No.
Rowe. NKR.
Well, I really like, probably even love, Zion.
Zion!
I really like Hebrew names.
Zion of the people!
Not of the people, man. Like holy place.
Zion!
Meaning Israel, and it's another name for Jerusalem.
Ding, 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 ding! We have a match!
Really?
I too have Zion on my list. I really like that name. It's very strong. Zion KALIE. Zion KALIE ROWE.
On its own and together.
I just think it's a very, very strong name.
I think the name on its own demands your attention.
Yeah.
And there's a certain presence about it.
And it's weird. It's strong, but it's not like, it doesn't sound over the top because of its uniqueness to me.
Yeah.
It really sticks out. Anything with a Z anyway, because Z words aren't very common.
Z names too.
Yeah. So we got one. Zion. Let me mark that down.
And I feel like I'm getting a little contraction. So maybe the baby's like, yes.
Oh.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Rastafari.
Okay. XAVIER.
Okay, yeah. We agree on that.
With the X.
With the X means bright and shining. Bright and shining what?
Bright and shining people.
Ooh, no. You just want to be an activist. You want the child to be on the forefront of activism, a freedom fighter.
You can be who you want to be. We're starting early. The name Savian, I always like that name. That was unique. So XAVIER, Savian kind of has, it's different, but has a similar ring to it. So when she said XAVIER, I was like, kind of like that.
Yeah.
The pronunciation, there's always going to be a lot. I dealt with it with my name. It's annoying. So we're just setting up the child for dealing with that, because they're always going to say XAVIER if we do it.
Who's going to say that?
I feel like
teachers. Then they must go back to school, please, because it's like, I'm going to say xylophone. Nee, it don't make sense.
Yeah, I know, I hear you.
And I will correct him, and our child will also correct him if that's the name that we choose to go with. Don't let them be calling you out your name.
Okay.
Okay? Like, don't call me Roxana. There's no A at the end of my name, and people still do that. What about Ezekiel? Is that like too biblical now?
Yeah, no.
Why?
It's just like, to me, it's too loud.
Ezekiel?
Yeah.
It's loud.
Yeah.
It's kind of medium tone to me.
No.
Okay, well, it means that God will strengthen, and it's also Hebrew.
God will strengthen the people. My next name is ELLIOT. I love ELLIOT. To me, it's one of those names where it's like, that's the unassuming name, where people hear the name ELLIOT, and then what, in my mind, our child would look like is not going to really fit an ELLIOT, which is why I like it.
Why ELLIOT more than Ezekiel? What do you see when you hear Ezekiel?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you just have an affinity for the name ELLIOT. I know 3 people with that name now, so.
Are they good people?
Yeah, they're good people, but I'm a good person. I'm not going to name my child Roxanne. So.
Well, we could just go Nikolai and just shut the door.
No.
No. You need individuality.
Thank you.
Bye, ELLIOT. I yearn for that name.
How about...
But you're gone.
Yearn. Don't yearn. Please. What about Eli? Eli's close enough. I love Eli.
We have a match.
Meaning elevated.
What is it?
Elevated.
Elevate the people.
No, God. Like, my God. Eli.
Yeah, that's people are going to be elevated by Eli.
Okay.
The people.
If you... Yes. Okay.
Oh, we got a match. But then there's Eli Manning, and he
Who's that?
Is goofy.
But goofy's not a bad thing. Goofy's not a bad thing. What kind of goofy? Who's that?
Like goofy. Like, goofies are boring. He looks very boring.
Who?
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Who is he?
Eli Manning. He's one of the Manning brothers.
Kenny for me.
She doesn't know nothing about sports. You in America? Learn American sports?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Tell me what he plays, man.
He doesn't play anymore. He's retired.
Okay.
But he was a Hall of Fame football player for the New York
Football.
Giants.
New York Giants.
Yes.
What's his race?
Like,
ethnicity?
White.
Okay.
And he comes from a line of quarterback prodigies.
So his daddy.
His father was Archie Manning. His brother Peyton Manning played for.
Nice.
Was a Hall of Fame.
So that's who you think of when you think of Eli.
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked Eli a lot.
As in ELI. That's how you spell it.
Yeah, ELI. But then when I heard Zion, I was like, man, Zion, like that sounds so much stronger. So it almost feels like now when I hear Eli, it's like, it seems softer.
Okay.
But I do like the name. Eli Callie. Eli Callie Rowe. HENDRIX.
With the X.
Yep.
I do like the name, but I just think it's a solo name. Like, it doesn't even need a middle name. It's so strong. Yeah. I do know people who already have that last name.
You know Hendrix?
Not as a first name. As a last name, and not my favorite. So.
I mean, obviously Jimi Hendrix, but like just hearing it as a first name, I thought that was really cool. I just think it's like a rock star type name.
Mine's
Hendrix is a no.
I have Gabriel. I love Gabriel. God is my strength. I love it. The angel Gabriel.
Gabriel is a no.
Because?
I know a lot of Gabriels.
Really?
Yes, it's a very common name.
Like in real life?
Yeah, growing up, elementary school, middle school, high school. Gabe,
Okay.
Gabriel.
Gabe. I actually really like the name Abe, but I took it off my list. I like Abe a lot.
Oh, I like Abe as well too.
And Abe, I think, means man of God or breath of God, something
Abe.
like that.
Abe Callie Rowe.
But anyways, not as powerful.
Yeah. KAMARI, which
Spelled?
means great joy.
Oh gosh, some more meaning.
Hey.
Where did you find that meaning? Where did you find the meaning? On Google.
Webster.
What's that?
Webster's dictionary.
Okay. Spelled?
KAMARI.
I know a Kamaria.
Kamaria.
Funny. With an A at the end. That's just the male version of Kamaria.
KAMARI Callie Rowe. Okay.
What about Isaiah? I love Isaiah.
No.
Like
you might as well just say Isaiah.
Why would I say Isaiah? It's not a Z.
Isaiah is not a Z, it's a IS.
Now, why are you saying Isaiah? It's Isaiah. It's an S.
Isaiah, no.
Yes, it is. It's an S. Someone drop it in the. Oh my gosh! You see, my child is kicking now because
they're like, nah.
Oh.
He said, "Daddy, please no."
No, that's not. It's because it's unnecessary. Why must you pronounce it Isaiah? It's Isaiah.
Isaiah.
That's why we're definitely not going to choose
no one says
that name.
Isaiah Thomas, like Isaiah Thomas.
Who's that?
Professional basketball player.
Ooh,
Hall of Famer. Isaiah.
You're saying no one says that, but you only speaking about Americans. You guys want to always do something on the opposite side to where everyone else is doing it.
No, you say jalapeno in his jalapeno.
I said it one time. Why are you making a big deal? I said it one time, so you could understand what I was talking about.
I didn't know what you were talking about. Oh, that's funny. Okay, last one. MADDOX. I really like MADDOX. It's like, to me, it's in the same ballpark of Hendrix. Yeah, it's very unique, strong.
I was like, are you trying to name our child after Angelina Jolie's?
I had no clue, you see. I wasn't even putting it into the universe. I didn't know until you had to spoil all the
I never spoiled it. I'm just letting you know. I don't know sports, but I know entertainment.
Okay.
So, that was your last one.
Yes.
I had it on my list, but I took it off because I feel like Israel is stronger than MADDOX.
You had it on this?
Mm-hmm.
MADDOX Callie Rowe. It does sound nice.
Israel
Callie.
Prince of God. It's Hebrew. It's ethnically ambiguous. It's strong. It's unique.
Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Asher Callie. I'm going to put Asher as like a...
Wow. Okay, put that on your list. Don't put it on the joint one. Since we have your boy names and my boy names, I'm going to go through the 5 that Yasmin had written down and see which of hers may or may not align with
Yes.
the final count.
And then we also want you to tell us who knocked it out the park with the best boy name.
She has Zion on here, so that's amazing. We don't often agree, the 3 of us collectively. So for her to have Zion on here, that's great. You can maybe give Zion like a 1 tick, because that's like across the board, you know?
Zion.
Jax. I'm just gonna go through hers. Jeremiah. Did I have Jeremiah on my list? Yes, right?
No, you didn't.
I had it. I just didn't say it then. I had it after Ezekiel. Elijah. I love Elijah, but my friend's son's names, that's I wouldn't double up on that name. Like Eli was such a good balance between like ELLIOT, Elijah. They're quite similar. Noah she has, so that's one that you both agree with. And Manoah, but my friend's son's name's Manoah, so I wouldn't do that either.
Okay, Yazzie Fizzles. Got some good taste
names
over there. I dig it. Who knocked it out the park? Was it me? Was it Roxy? Or was it Yaz? Put the comments down below. If there's some that you haven't heard that you think could sway us in a different direction.
But just know that for a boy's name, middle name would be my maiden name, KALIE. Last name would be ROWE.
There's some tradition with that. My mom gave my middle name as her maiden name. And then my sister, when she had her first child, who was a boy,
she did the same thing.
She did the exact same thing.
Okay.
So it's only with a boy. So if we have a girl, we're not gonna do that.
It's only with the boys, and it's only with the firstborn. Firstborn son.
Yes, correct.
It's not like every son year on out it's gonna be KALIE ROWE.
Correct. On to the little girls. Now, we don't have a middle name picked out for this. So as we go through the girls' names, if you have some suggestions for nice middle names, please give your feedback. Let us know, because that one we've been definitely struggling with.
It's also not make or break if a girl child doesn't have a middle name. Yasmin's name sounds beautiful, and it's just Yasmin KALIE. Do you feel like it's a make or break, like a child has to?
I don't think it has to.
Okay. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, this name's so
we don't
great,
want to force it. Yeah, we don't have to force it. We don't have to force it.
I was struggling more with this. Maybe because I sense that this is a boy child. But God has a way of surprising us. First name that I have is AMANI, spelled AMANI.
AMANI?
It's Swahili, and it means one that is peaceful and has wishful dreams.
I would like a peaceful baby. AMANI.
You can spell it with 1 A or 2 A's, but it's a pretty common Swahili name.
AMANI ROWE. It sounds nice.
I like the way it sounds.
AMANI ROWE. I don't have it on my list. I do like it though. I'm not going to put it on our master.
It's similar to Imani with an I, but different meaning.
I think I know Imani, yeah. First one on my list is Genesis.
Yes, sir. Yes, King. I have Genesis also.
Ooh,
because in the beginning,
out the back, we got a match.
Meaning origin, meaning in the beginning, meaning our first.
Okay.
And it's the beginning of the legacy. You know what I mean?
Beginning, yes. Preach, baby.
Yes.
Preach.
Okay. We off to a good start. Tell her.
All right.
I love it. How about Trinity? What? I really like Trinity. It's like...
Get out of my head, sis.
Okay. Don't be funny, man.
Damn, we got a back-to-back match.
The 3-in-1.
Yo.
The unity.
Trinity.
God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Trinity.
I love.
Yes.
I love Trinity.
We are here for it.
Trinity ROWE. That's a strong name.
Very strong.
Are you on stage? What are you doing with your life?
Something of leadership.
I believe.
Okay. ALYA.
Niemand.
No.
Really, baby?
Get out my mind.
I have ALYA, but I spelled it differently though. Not like, you know, the singer or the most common name with a H at the end.
No, I have A-L-I-A. I have A-L-I-A.
Oh, I spell it A-L-Y-A. I've never seen it spelled like that. Sent from heaven. Arabic.
I like the A-L-I-A spelling better. ALYA ROWE.
When you spell it like that, it's almost like it's Hispanic.
You
Like
sure?
Aria or Aria. How do you pronounce it? Aria.
Aria. No, Leah with the Y's nice too. But a little man. 3 for 3? Are you mad?
It must be.
Sure.
But it's Arabic and
There's
it
a
means...
girl in there.
She's
like, we're just in sync.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll see.
What's her belly doing?
Tight. The belly is tight. Okay.
ALIA row, Trinity row, Genesis row.
I have Raya.
Raya. Wait, Raya?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I have a friend of mine that's Rhea. I bet you it's spelled the same.
I'm sure it's with an E.
RHEA, I think. But it's my friend from high school.
So, Hebrew for beautiful woman and wife. And the word actually comes, the origin of the word comes from friend of God, being a friend of God, Raya.
I like Raya. I don't have it on my list. I would say Rhea.
Different. It's difficult for me for some of the pronunciation, thinking about how I would say a name just in my regular accent. I would just say Raya. To pronounce it the way you would pronounce it would be Raya.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pronounce it the same way. Or sometimes I'd switch between hardening that R sound like Raya. Especially when I'm upset. Then it's like, Raya! Kom net hier! Asseblief. But otherwise it's like, Raya, oh my God, Raya. So cute. You know what I mean?
Yes. My third. It's like a hybrid. So it's either...
Ooh, a hybrid.
It's either Mia or Mila. I like both of those names a lot.
That's Yasmin's friend's name.
Mia?
Mila.
Mila. Oh, yeah.
Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it says on your list? Or you never wrote down, like, the origin of it?
Yeah, I didn't write down the... I like the sound.
Mila.
Mia row. Mila row.
I'm just thinking of the aunties in Cape Town. Mila? It's not as nice anymore.
Okay, so this one's a no.
I do have Nairobi.
Ooh, that's a new name that we just...
Nairobi.
That's a new one that just made the list like yesterday. What
Like
did we
yesterday,
watch?
last year, Money Heist.
Oh yeah,
I love Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Cool water.
Cool water.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it. Nairobi row, but I don't love it for our baby girl.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like the name that's similar, which is Niobe
Actually,
from Matrix.
Niobe.
I love Niobe.
I like Niobe.
When you say it, when you pronounce the name fast, and it sounds like Nairobi, but it has a really weird meaning.
Nairobi.
Like it has a really
Niobe.
weird meaning.
Niobe.
Like bad luck almost. And I'm
Oh.
like, who wants to name the child something that literally means bad luck? If I could pull up the internet definition now, then I would. I just know that that was what made me take it off the list. I
Okay.
really like that. So you go next.
Kennedy. I like it. To me, Kennedy's one of those names where it's basic, but it's like strong to me. It's like one of those stage names. Some of the biggest names in Hollywood, very, basic names like Will Smith, but like Kennedy Rowe, to me that sounds like a stage name.
I don't know what
The
is
presentation.
the name mean, because the way it sounds doesn't wow me.
The Kennedys, it's like a strong.
The Kennedys,
Yeah.
were they good people?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Was the president of the United States and got assassinated.
Okay, was he racist?
No, he was like for the people during like
it was for the people.
For the people. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'm like on it.
Okay.
How about Asia? I really like Asia.
I feel like that's like a stripper name.
Asia.
Now coming to the stage, Asia.
But there's nothing wrong with being able to work a pole, babes. If you want to work it, then you must work it. I don't want to frown upon people's form of income. Some are really great at it.
Yeah.
They could have been
It's
gymnasts.
A sport, yeah.
You know?
They should integrate it into the Olympics. 2024.
Anything is possible.
Pole work. No.
Asia row.
The next one for me is Zoe.
It's nice, but it's really common. Zoe's a really common name.
And I like it, but with my last name Zoe Rowe, I don't love it.
What about Venus? Goddess of love.
Venus?
And sensuality.
And Serena?
Yeah. Well, just Venus, not necessarily Serena.
Venus Rowe?
Out
That's
there.
nice.
Kind of.
I'm going to give it a
thought.
A pass. Thought about it. Passed it. I like this name. Penelope.
As in Cruz. That's the only one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
She's liquor, but not all of the people.
Very
named
liquor?
No,
And how many people do you know?
I knew children with that name.
So then what happens when they become an adult?
Little white babies. They grow up.
What happens?
I'm just thinking of two little white girls, blondie, blue eyes is what I'm thinking of. And you thinking of, what is she, Colombian, Venezuelan?
Yeah, South American.
Mm.
But that's also...
So what are you calling her as a nickname?
Penny.
Ni.
My aunt is Penny. That's her nickname.
And it suits
Priscilla.
her. She's cool and it suits her. But like, Penelope, it's effort. Penelope.
Too many syllables. There's too many syllables to be upset and yell her name when she's in trouble.
Yo, that
Penelope! That's funny.
And that's how they teach you to say
But
names.
I like, if you visualize blonde hair and blue eyes, that's exactly
that's why you like
I
it.
like it. Because when you see her,
here
baby,
she
that
coming
is
out the
not
corner.
that. Like, yes.
Little black chocolate girl.
Yes.
Or red undertone.
I love that.
And some curly hair.
Yes.
Mm.
I do love that.
It's like the black version of Annie.
Just shock people.
But
yeah.
What does the name mean? It's not giving me meaning.
Beautiful people.
Stop! I'm done with you. Okay, what about Violet?
I like it.
What are you thinking?
But I have a bad attachment to it.
To Violet? What did she do to you?
Ooh, you know? No. I mean, I knew Violet. And I just like, nah.
Last one. You go.
This is another one I like. Our baby wouldn't look this name. RYLEIGH. RYLEIGH. And I think that sounds nice. RYLEIGH.
It's neither here nor there. What does Riley mean? I would need to know.
Okay, but it does sound nice, right?
Yeah, but it's also more common.
It sounds common, but I actually don't know any Rileys.
I don't know any personally, but it sounds like
it does.
A commoner. Last one for me is Ivy. I really like the name.
Ivy?
Yeah, it means faithfulness. Ivy Rowe, like Ivy League.
Didn't Jay-Z, isn't their daughter named Ivy?
Blue
Ivy.
Blue Ivy.
So Blue Ivy's like, is it like the Sarah Joy? Is it like one name?
I
or is
actually
Ivy
don't
the
know.
middle name?
It may be her middle name because it's Blue Ivy Carter. I think they just call her Blue, but I really like Ivy. Ivy Rowe sounds like, yo, you quiet? Some Ivy Rowe.
Ivy Rowe. That's got a nice little ring. Ivy Rowe. Ivy Y?
Ivy Y.
I have a few more.
That's way more than 10.
No.
Yes, it is. Now, why you talk so much? You don't give your names, but you talking.
Okay, so I like Avery.
Avery Rowe.
Avery Rowe.
It's like, probably would need a middle. Avery Rowe.
We do have to think about middle names too, but okay. Next one, Ava.
That's funny. I was thinking of that name this morning. Only because I like Ava DuVernay.
Ava Rowe.
And she's bomb. It's pretty.
Question mark that or what?
But also, if you're in Cape Town and then they start calling you Ava, it's not the same meaning.
Why? What is
Ava means onions.
Onions?
Yeah. And
why would they say it? Ava?
And that's how you pronounce it.
Ava?
I mean, I know you may not be thinking, well, we don't live in Cape Town, but I am a Cape Townian, so I'm going to think of the Afrikaans version of it.
Okay, so...
It's just not as strong as what we have. I think that would throw us off. Getting on such a strong path now.
Okay, yeah, Ava was my last one.
So then Yasmin's, I'll go down the list. You pronounce it Kaja?
Kaja?
Kaja? K-A-J-A?
Kaja?
Like Asia.
With a K. But, you know how us black folks like to, add a little spice.
Sometimes the must be. Because sometimes just a bit too much.
So like add a little something there, like with the cooking and the spices, throw a little extra letter on there.
I'm done. An apostrophe and all these funny special characters.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm done. She also had NAIROBI, which is funny, from Matrix. As amazing as the name sounds, the meaning behind it. Maybe Ruby saying that we should have her name on the list. I don't know. Then there's Zahara, which is a
horror?
Zahara.
Oh, Zahara. Oh, that's a pretty name.
That's quite not very common. I only know 2 in South Africa. Jeez, Ruby, you really thirsty, eh? My gosh. There's Cora, as in K-O-R-A. Have you heard of that name before? Cora?
Cora.
Like Cordeline. But with a K. I have no idea what that name means. And there's Iris.
Of a coral.
C-H though.
Yeah.
And there's Iris. which is actually my teacher's name from school.
Iris.
I see it as like a more mature name. So thank you, Yasmin,
So
for your input, but
she did much better job
with
on
the boys.
boy names. Yeah. So there you have it. Our finalists for boys, we have Zion, Xavier, and Eli. Zion, KALIE, ROWE. Xavier, KALIE, ROWE. Eli, KALIE, ROWE. For girls, we have Genesis, Trinity, and ALIA.
Those are pretty dope names. That gets me a little bit more excited
Hey,
than how I've been feeling. Like, okay, the child's gonna come now, any day now, and then we're just gonna have a nameless baby.
Trend is, I think that's a cute
Trend.
nickname, Trend. I think we did good, Bubs.
Yeah, me
Yay.
too.
So, thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts.
Thank you.
Give us your input. Which names do you like? Which ones do you want to add? And with the girls' names, really push for some strong middle names.
If we're gonna go that route.
Yes.
Please share the video. I think that the more input we get, the better. Who knows? One of you will be able to say, you know what? I am that social media auntie or uncle that gave my inputs, and now that's their child's name. I think that's pretty dope.
Until next time.
Love and light.
Peace and love.